Get your daily news fix with News Source Scrawler's latest edition, December 16, 2024, featuring crypto. Get your daily news fix with News Source Scrawler's latest edition, December 16, 2024, featuring crypto, politics, tech, and more. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube music charts. Global top songs from December 6 to December 12, 2024. PT features Rose and Bruno Mars. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars collaborate on Die With a Smile. Madhu Banti Bakshi and Divya present A.J. Key Rat. Peelings is by Kundakuri Shankar Babu and Lakshmi Dasa. Spotify's global weekly top songs from December 6 to December 12, 2024. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars Die With a Smile. Rose and Bruno Mars APT. Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. And Wham's Last Christmas. Nintendo US digital top seller starting December 9, 2024. No More Snow, Hogwarts Legacy, Fueled Up, Master Spy, Super Mario Party Jamboree. Steam's most popular games. Discover the globally top-selling and top-played games on Steam. Based on the top 100 products by revenue list, for the period from Tuesday, December 3, 2024, to Tuesday, December 10, 2024. Path of Exile 2, Counter-Strike 2, Marvel Rivals, PUBG Battlegrounds, Indiana Jones and The Great Circle. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA and EPA have issued a joint fact sheet highlighting the dangers that internet-connected HMIs present to the WWS sector. Jeffrey Xiang's Trellis ImageLarge is a substantial 3D asset generation model. It processes text or image prompts to produce high-quality 3D assets in formats like radiance fields, 3D Gaussians, and meshes. The foundation of Trellis is a unified structured latent SLAT representation, enabling decoding into various output formats. It utilizes rectified flow transformers specifically designed for SLAT as its robust backbones. A large-scale pre-trained models with parameters reaching up to 2 billion, trained on a vast 3D asset dataset containing 500K diverse objects. Trellis notably outperforms existing methods, including recent ones at comparable scales, and demonstrates adaptable output format selection and local 3D editing capabilities, which were absent in previous models. UK collaborates with Italy and Japan to create a British fighter jet to compete with America's F-35. German far-right leader raised doubts about NATO membership. 2 weeks ago, the German spy chief warned that Russia might challenge NATO's commitment to the Mutual Defense Clause. Norway plans to train Ukrainian F-16 pilots in Portugal. Kraken announced that 73% of cryptocurrency users intend to maintain their investments in the year 2025. In 2024, Solana emerged as the most attractive platform for new cryptocurrency developers, according to Electric Capital. The CFTC has filed a lawsuit against a pastor from Washington for a $6 million cryptocurrency Ponzi scheme. In the UK, Labour's promise to construct 1.5 million homes is hindered by a national crisis of skills shortages, according to a housing expert. 5 months ago, Labour instructed developers to prioritize building houses over addressing pollution. In the U.S., the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage has decreased to 6.6%. The Bank of England is adopting a cautious approach following a year that did not meet expectations on interest rates. Tokyo introduces a free daycare policy to encourage an increase in the birth rate. It has been described as Wall Street bankers working 90 hours a week, using Adderall at their desks. Research indicates that over 1 million vapes are discarded daily in the UK. In the UK, Watchdog is set to release new guidelines following a report that suggests air fryers might be eavesdropping. An astonishingly lifelike AI Santa is now available for free use, potentially rendering traditional mall Santas obsolete. Googly eyes, which have inexplicably gained popularity, have been spotted on public art in Oregon. In the United States, teenagers are reportedly leaving X and Facebook behind, with TikTok and WhatsApp gaining popularity, according to a claim in a report. Bloomberg notes that TikTok has hired experts for jobs, which contrasts with Trump's unclear position. The Mozy social networking app has been introduced to facilitate the development of more personal connections. Israel plans to shut its embassy in Dublin following Ireland's backing of a petition to the International Court of Justice regarding genocide. Experts suggest that Hong Kong and Xinjiang might be central to Kazakhstan's approach towards China. Iran's administration has decided not to enforce a new hijab law. Russia will introduce visa-free travel for Indian tourists beginning in 2025. Milan's Via Monte Napoleon is now recognized as the world's most expensive shopping street. British Sikhs are reportedly being questioned about their opinions on India at UK airports, according to a Labour MP. Netanyahu asserts that Israel has no interest in confronting Syria, while simultaneously planning to double its population on the occupied Golan Heights, citing threats from Syria. This move has been described as Israel expanding into the Golan Heights, creating a new front in Syria. The U.S. requests Israel to authorize urgent military assistance to Palestinian security forces. Turkey claims that Syria's new rulers have agreed to dismantle Kurdish forces. Microsoft has announced the removal of passwords for 1 billion users, coinciding with a 200% increase in attacks. In 2024, AI assistants enabled Telegram to eliminate 15 million potentially harmful groups and channels. Germany has taken action to block Badbox malware, which was found on 30,000 Android devices. Swedish minister considers additional strategies to address the energy crisis, attributing it to Germany's nuclear phase-out. Serbia aims to decrease Russian control in the oil giant to steer clear of sanctions. With the U.S. preparing to impose sanctions on Serbia's leading oil company due to Russian ownership, Vučić states. Finland becomes the first country globally to prohibit cargo ships from discharging wastewater. A photocatalytic system using light can decompose PFAS at ambient temperature. China introduces a new compact radiation detection chip to enhance semiconductor self-reliance. A novel mathematical model proposes the possibility of reviving cells. Romney forecasts Vance as the GOP's 2028 nominee, asserts MAGA is the Republican Party, and states you can't complain if Trump fulfills his promises. Trump and his appointees are poised to initiate additional lawsuits concerning unfavorable media portrayals. TikTok influencers are leaving Romania due to a tax investigation into their involvement in the elections. Chemical castration involves medication to reduce pedophiles' sexual desires, but experts indicate it does not stop attacks. Survival rates for melanoma are associated with the thickness of the tumor. A study reveals that refrigerated raw milk can contain the influenza virus for up to 5 days. Nearly 1,000 individuals are believed to have perished following the impact of Cyclone Cheeto on Mayotte. The WWF has identified a vampire hedgehog and an eyelash viper among over 200 newly discovered species in Southeast Asia. A study reveals that Britain is at the forefront of global efforts to suppress climate activism. Hong Kong NGO alerts to increase in student suicides following record of 10 cases at term beginning. Survey reveals that 1 in 4 parents are employing the tactic of withholding gifts to manage their children's behavior. In the United States, the Social Security retirement age is scheduled to be adjusted in 2025. Greece plans to limit bank fees for money transfers, according to the Prime Minister. Meanwhile, Russia is preparing for a significant rate increase due to concerns about inflation. 10 days prior, the Russian central bank governor stated that the December 20th rate hike is not predetermined. Additionally, The Economist notes that the World Bank is facing challenges in assisting all 78 impoverished nations, despite announcing a record $100 billion in support for the world's poorest countries. Open global trade is the sole solution to feeding the world, according to the WTO chief. The UK has become the first European member of the Indo-Pacific Trade Bloc (CPTPP). Nicaragua has introduced a new canal route to compete with Panama. Apple is reportedly working on a large foldable iPad, aiming for a 2028 release, and is planning thinner, foldable iPhones to stimulate growth. The film Kraven the Hunter has opened with $11 million at the box office, marking the lowest debut for Sony/Marvel. The London Stock Exchange is experiencing its largest departure in 15 years, as the former chief executive raises concerns. In Brazil, CID informed the PF that funds for the coup attempt came from individuals involved in agribusiness. Additionally, Braga Neto became the first four-stars general to be arrested in the country since 1964. A video suggests the Assad regime's participation in extensive illicit drug trafficking. During a French league match between PSG and Lyon, the referee paused the game due to homophobic chants. Get your daily news fix with NewsSource Scrawler's latest edition, December 15, 2024, featuring crypto, politics, tech, and more. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube Music Charts. Global top songs from November 29, 2024 to December 5, 2024. 1. APT. Rose and Bruno Mars, Die With a Smile. 2. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, Die With a Smile.
Tretji Madhubanti Bagchi, Divya, AJ Kiraat.
4. Kundakuri Shankar Babu and Lakshmi Dasa, Feelings.
5. Oscar Maidon y Fuerza Regida, Tu Boda.
Spotify's weekly top songs global chart, from Friday, November 29, 2024, to Thursday, December 5, 2024, features the following songs. Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
APT, Rosé, by Bruno Mars.
Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. Last Christmas by Wham. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list, here are the most viewed films in English. Our Little Secret, Spellbound, The Merry Gentleman, Madagascar, Escape to Africa. And here are the most viewed films in non-English languages. Max, Lucky Bhaskar, The Snow Sister,
Sikandar Ka Mujaddar.
The Lost Children, Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers, from December 9, 2024. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Stardew Valley, Sid Meier's Civilization 6, Overcooked, All You Can Eat, My Sims, Cozy Bundle, Steam's Hottest Games, Global Top Selling and Top Played Games across Steam. From the Top 100 Products by Revenue list, for Tuesday, November 26, 2024 to Tuesday, December 3, 2024. Counter-Strike 2, PUBG Battlegrounds, Cyberpunk 2077, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA and its partners have released joint guidance on a PRC-affiliated threat actor compromising networks of global telecommunications providers. CISA has released a new public version of the CDM data model document. ASD's ACSC, CISA, and U.S. and international partners have released guidance on selecting secure and verifiable technologies. One more drop in the ocean of AI. Shaker Labs' AW Portrait CN, a new AI portrait generator. AW Portrait CN is an AI portrait generator based on the Flux.1 dev model. It's trained on images that better represent the appearance and aesthetics of Chinese people. The generator can produce various types of portraits, including indoor and outdoor shots, fashion, and studio photos. One notable improvement over the original version is AW Portrait CN's enhanced skin quality. It achieves a more delicate and realistic look. To further enhance the realism of the generated images, it can be seamlessly integrated into the AW Portrait SR workflow. Artists might receive right to personality in UK AI Protections review. Paul McCartney changes his mind on AI after creating a new Beatles song, now worried it will destroy the music industry. Hayley Atwell is set to reprise her Agent Carter role in Marvel Studios' Avengers: Doomsday. Hezbollah leader acknowledges the group's loss of its supply path via Syria. The IDF perceives an opportunity for strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities following the dismantling of Syria's air defenses. A Syrian Druze village, apprehensive of Islamist insurgents, requests annexation to Israel, viewing it as the lesser evil. Ancient Homo sapiens genomes indicate interbreeding with Neanderthals for more than 7,000 years. A study suggests that intermittent fasting might decelerate hair growth. San Francisco's downtown area receives its first tornado warning ever recorded. Rhode Island reports a probable breach of personal data in a cyber attack on its social services, with hackers extorting ransom from residents following the incident. The FDC alerts that text message job scams are becoming more interactive and prevalent. In the United Kingdom, Welsh police departments introduced their inaugural facial recognition mobile application. China's yearly growth is expected to reach target of 5%, according to a senior official. Moody's downgraded France's credit rating shortly after the appointment of a new prime minister, and it also reduced Slovakia's credit rating due to fiscal and political risks. Trump is considering privatizing the U.S. Postal Service because of financial losses. In Hong Kong, A survey shows that almost 48.3% of young people feel like failures, highlighting the effects on mental health. Mexico has implemented an AI-driven application aimed at stopping suicides. A study reveals that white neighborhoods in the United States are equipped with a greater number of EPA air quality monitors. Chanel reveals Mathieu Blazy as the new artistic director. Mbappé secures his fourth French Player of the Year award. In Paris, JR plans to convert the Pont Neuf into a temporary grotto, paying tribute to Christo and Jean-Claude. A Chinese woman in labor faced an unexpected challenge when her car's software update prevented her from starting it, leading to an emergency cesarean section. A Waymo autonomous vehicle experienced an issue, becoming trapped in a continuous roundabout loop. Chinese law enforcement has introduced a novel robot, resembling the BB-8 from Star Wars, to patrol streets and pursue suspects. Brazil's former defense minister arrested in 2022 coup plot investigation. Georgian lawmakers elect far-right, anti-West hardliner as new president. Apple CEO visits Mar-a-Lago, joining list of tech execs seemingly courting Trump. ABC will provide $15 million to Donald Trump's presidential library to resolve a defamation lawsuit. An Australian gemstone incorporated into China's hypersonic weapons may pose a security threat, according to a Chinese study. The FBI reports that numerous drone sightings in New Jersey are actually cases of manned aircraft being misidentified as drones. FIFA broadcasts map of Ukraine without Crimea during 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Former Russian President Medvedev says, new very close regions may join Russia. U.S. supplies Ukraine with autonomous welding units for energy infrastructure repair. Get your daily news fix with News Source Scrawler's latest edition, December 14, 2024, featuring crypto, politics, tech, and more. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube music charts. Global top songs from November 29, 2024 to December 5, 2024. 1. APT. Rose and Bruno Mars, Die with a Smile. 2. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, Die with a Smile.
Treti Madhubanti Bagchi, Divya, AJ Kiraat.
4. Kundakuri Shankar Babu and Lakshmi Dasa, Peelings.
5. Oscar Maidon y Fuerza Regida, Tu Boda.
Spotify's weekly top songs global chart, from Friday, November 29, 2024, to Thursday, December 5, 2024, features the following songs. Die with a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
APT, Rosé, by Bruno Mars.
Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. Last Christmas by Wham. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list, here are the most viewed films in English. Our Little Secret, Spellbound, The Merry Gentleman, Madagascar, Escape to Africa. And here are the most viewed films in non-English languages. Max, Lucky Bhaskar, The Snow Sister,
Sikandar Ka Mujaddar.
The Lost Children, Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers, from December 9, 2024. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Stardew Valley, Sid Meier's Civilization 6, Overcooked, All You Can Eat, My Sims, Cozy Bundle, Steam's Hottest Games, Global Top Selling and Top Played Games across Steam. From the Top 100 Products by Revenue List, for Tuesday, November 26, 2024 to Tuesday, December 3, 2024. Counter-Strike 2, PUBG Battlegrounds, Cyberpunk 2077, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA and its partners have released joint guidance on a PRC-affiliated threat actor compromising networks of global telecommunications providers. CISA has released a new public version of the CDM data model document. ASD's ACSC, CISA, and U.S. and international partners have released guidance on selecting secure and verifiable technologies. One more drop in the ocean of AI. Shaker Labs' AW Portrait CN, a new AI portrait generator. AW Portrait CN is an AI portrait generator based on the Flux.1 dev model. It's trained on images that better represent the appearance and aesthetics of Chinese people. The generator can produce various types of portraits, including indoor and outdoor shots, fashion, and studio photos. One notable improvement over the original version is AW Portrait Cien's enhanced skin quality. It achieves a more delicate and realistic look. To further enhance the realism of the generated images, it can be seamlessly integrated into the AW Portrait SR workflow. Malaysia establishes a national AI office focused on policy and regulation. A former ByteDance intern, who is being sued for sabotage, is among the winners of the prestigious AI award at NeurIPS 2024, known as the Olympics of AI. OpenAI co-founder Ilya Sutskever predicts a transformation in AI development, with AI capable of reasoning becoming less predictable. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman to donate $1 million to Trump's inaugural fund. OpenAI says Musk wanted to own and run it as a for-profit in court filing, as OpenAI emails show Elon Musk wanted for-profit structure in 2017. Meta urges California Attorney General to stop OpenAI from becoming for-profit. Klarna ceased all hiring a year ago to substitute employees with AI. Google Cloud introduces agent space for developing and deploying agents. A study reveals that we are naturally repelled by stories marked as AI-generated, even if they were unknowingly authored by others. During his visit to the New York Stock Exchange, President-elect Donald Trump reiterated his dedication to the cryptocurrency sector, emphasizing its potential and importance in the financial landscape. MicroStrategy, a company known for its Bitcoin proxy investments, is set to become a member of the Nasdaq 100. This move highlights the growing influence of Bitcoin-related entities in major stock indices. Additionally, MicroStrategy shares will be included in the QQQ ETF, which is one of the most traded exchange-traded funds, further increasing its exposure and accessibility to investors. Meanwhile, in Southeast Asia, Indonesia has experienced a remarkable surge in cryptocurrency transactions, with a 352% increase in 2024. This growth has propelled the total value of crypto transactions in the country to $29.63 billion. OpenAI attributes its significant ChatGPT outage to the introduction of a new telemetry service. Microsoft eliminates Skype credits and phone numbers, opting instead for subscription models. HDMI 2.2 is scheduled to be unveiled at CES 2025, introducing enhanced resolutions, refresh rates, and bandwidth capabilities. Texas takes legal action against DuPont and 3M regarding the presence of forever chemicals in consumer goods. McKinsey, a consulting firm, agrees to a $650 million settlement to conclude an opioid criminal investigation. Research indicates that cancer screening and ceasing smoking have collectively contributed to saving approximately 6 million lives. The EU Commission has declared political microtargeting illegal, following a controversial ad campaign on X that violated the bloc's privacy rules. A year ago, the EU was hit with a privacy complaint over CSAM microtargeting ads on X. Just a month ago, the EU Commission informed its staff that there would be no more ads on Elon's X. In the US, Congress has instructed Apple and Google to prepare to remove TikTok next month. Additionally, a federal appeals court has refused to temporarily block the ban on TikTok, setting the stage for a potential showdown at the Supreme Court over the controversial law. Temu and Shein are reportedly encountering challenges in their Southeast Asia expansion. A month ago, Shein and Temu were ordered to complete registration in Vietnam by November. Just a week ago, Temu and Shein suspended their operations in Vietnam amid a crackdown on e-commerce platforms. Trump's NASA selection predicts that the military will eventually deploy troops in space. Trump demands the shooting down of unidentified drones. 2 days ago, sightings of a drone cluster in New Jersey led to a call for a state of emergency. Trump announces that the GOP will strive to abolish daylight saving time. In the United States, the Supreme Court is set to review an industry proposal to contest California's authority to regulate vehicle emissions. According to Reuters, the Trump transition team suggests eliminating the car crash reporting requirement, which Tesla has opposed. Additionally, media reports indicate that Volkswagen's board is reconsidering the closure of major plants in Germany, while Volkswagen's leading owner has cautioned about potential impairments of up to 20 billion euros. U.S. plans new AI chip restrictions to block China's access. U.S. and China reach 5 years amended agreement on science and technology collaboration. Chinese tech firm Hikvision abandons Xinjiang surveillance projects. 2 months ago, Hikvision reportedly laid off 1,000 employees in China due to sanctions. Trump plans to talk with RFK Jr. about stopping childhood vaccination programs. The Washington Examiner reports that RFK Jr.'s advisor seeks FDA approval revocation for polio and hepatitis B vaccines. Kennedy's lawyer has requested the FDA to revoke the polio vaccine approval. Mitch McConnell cautions RFK Jr. against actions to weaken polio vaccines. A poll indicates that half of Americans lack confidence in Trump's cabinet selections. The Biden administration reportedly permits California to prohibit new gas-powered vehicles. The U.S. Supreme Court is set to address a dispute regarding religious exemptions from Wisconsin taxes, specifically examining whether Catholic Charities is exempt from labor taxes in a significant church versus state case. Meanwhile, director Robert Eggers of Nosferatu expresses gratitude to SpongeBob SquarePants for educating children about traditional horror. Additionally, Switzerland is working towards prohibiting Nazi symbols due to a rise in anti-Semitism. The Telegraph reported that Uyghur fighters in Syria vow to come for China next. Kyrgyzstan looks to change its two Soviet national anthem, as President Japarov proposes new national anthem for evolving Kyrgyzstan. Kiev ready to supply food to Syria as Russia supplies suspended. Argentina's Milei reportedly receives Italian citizenship while visiting Rome, according to a source. South Korea's parliament has decided to impeach President Yoon Suk Yeol due to his martial law order. A Dutch court has dismissed a lawsuit from rights groups aiming to stop arms sales to Israel. According to recent reports, the Bank of America only identified and flagged suspicious payments linked to Jeffrey Epstein after his demise. This revelation follows a similar disclosure made by the U.S. Virgin Islands, which stated that J.P. Morgan had informed the Treasury Department about over $1 billion in transactions associated with Epstein's alleged human trafficking activities, also following his death. In a separate development, a threat actor known as MiG-1244 has been targeting individuals involved in offensive activities, resulting in the unauthorized release of hundreds of thousands of credentials. Additionally, NVIDIA has announced the revival of LAN parties after a 13-year hiatus to commemorate the launch of its RTX 50 series GPUs. The event, titled GeForce LAN 50, is scheduled to be a 50-hours LAN party that will take place across 4 distinct cities. NOAA stated that there is a 99% probability that 2024 will become the warmest year ever documented. Research indicates that climate warming is negatively impacting rice quality in East Asia. UN discussions did not result in a consensus on addressing the increasing threat of global drought. A forgotten collection of Charles de Gaulle's personal letters, speeches and manuscripts has been discovered in a safe. Malcolm in the Middle revival set at Disney Plus with Frankie Muniz, Bryan Cranston, Jane Kaczmarek returning. Barbie sequel in early stages, as Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach settle on story idea. Unreleased Michael Jackson tapes discovered in abandoned storage unit. Sesame Street hits the market, as HBO and Max opt not to renew deal for new episodes. Jennifer Love Hewitt confirms return for new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie at Sony. Get your daily news fix with NewsSourceScrawler's latest edition. December 13, 2024, featuring crypto, politics, tech, and more. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube music charts. Global top songs from November 29, 2024 to December 5, 2024. 1. APT. Rose and Bruno Mars, Die With a Smile. 2. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, Die With a Smile.
Трети Madhubanti Bagchi, Divya, AJ Kiraat.
4. Kundakori Shankar Babu and Lakshmi Dasa, Peelings.
5. Oscar Maidon y Fuerza Regida, Tu Boda.
Spotify's weekly top songs global chart, from Friday, November 29, 2024, to Thursday, December 5, 2024, features the following songs. Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
APT, Rosé, by Bruno Mars.
Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. Last Christmas by Wham. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list, here are the most viewed films in English. Our Little Secret, Spellbound, The Merry Gentleman, Madagascar, Escape to Africa. And here are the most viewed films in non-English languages. Max. Lucky Bhaskar, The Snow Sister,
सिकंदर का मुजद्दर,
The Lost Children, Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers, from December 9, 2024. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Stardew Valley, Sid Meier's Civilization 6, Overcooked, All You Can Eat, My Sims, Cozy Bundle, Steam's Hottest Games, Global Top Selling and Top Played Games across Steam. From the Top 100 Products by Revenue List, for Tuesday, November 26, 2024 to Tuesday, December 3, 2024. Counter-Strike 2, PUBG Battlegrounds, Cyberpunk 2077, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA and its partners have released joint guidance on a PRC-affiliated threat actor compromising networks of global telecommunications providers. CISA has released a new public version of the CDM data model document. ASD's ACSC, CISA, and U.S. and international partners have released guidance on selecting secure and verifiable technologies. One more drop in the ocean of AI. Shaker Labs' AW Portrait CN, a new AI portrait generator. AW Portrait CN is an AI portrait generator based on the Flux.1 dev model. It's trained on images that better represent the appearance and aesthetics of Chinese people. The generator can produce various types of portraits, including indoor and outdoor shots, fashion, and studio photos. One notable improvement over the original version is AW Portrait CN's enhanced skin quality. It achieves a more delicate and realistic look. To further enhance the realism of the generated images, it can be seamlessly integrated into the AW Portrait SR workflow. Bloomberg states that Amazon halted the introduction of Microsoft Office for a year due to hacks, pausing a $1 billion Microsoft 365 rollout over cybersecurity worries. Adobe Camera Raw is now capable of eliminating reflections that spoil photos without using generative AI. Google claims its latest quantum chip could demonstrate the existence of parallel universes. Reuters reports as Trump extends invitation to China Xi for his inauguration, with experts labeling it as political theater. AP comments that China Xi is expected to reject Trump's inauguration invitation, perceiving it as too perilous to attend. CNBC said, China indicates willingness to improve relations with the U.S. prior to Trump's inauguration. Switzerland is preparing to update its nuclear bunker network from the Cold War era. Allegedly, Russia is nearing an agreement with rebels to maintain military bases in Syria. 1 week ago, The Telegraph remarked, if Putin loses his Tartus base, he might require a ceasefire in Ukraine. The Epic Games Store is set to be included as a pre-installed application on Android devices and Samsung smartphones, despite the ongoing Google antitrust case remaining on hold. Additionally, a recent report from Pew Research Center reveals that nearly half of the teenagers in the United States are engaged in online activities on a constant basis. Furthermore, another report suggests that Americans are likely to spend approximately $200,000 over the course of their lifetime on various forms of home internet, television, mobile phone services, and streaming platforms. Coincheck, a Japanese cryptocurrency exchange, is launching its initial public offering in the United States. The Bank of England is requiring companies to report their cryptocurrency exposure by March 2025. Hitachi Energy's CEO cautions about an impending shortage of transformers. In the United States, the National Labor Relations Board, NLRB, has declared that participants in reality television shows should be classified as employees. Meanwhile, Bloomberg has published an article where insiders reveal how a major IT company allegedly prioritized Indian H-1B workers over American employees. Additionally, Samsung has made accusations against India's antitrust authority, claiming they unlawfully detained employees and seized data. Apple has reportedly abandoned the development of an M4 Extreme chip, opting instead to focus on artificial intelligence. LG has decided to cease production of all UHD Blu-ray and Blu-ray players. Google has introduced a mixed reality headset in collaboration with Samsung, aiming to compete with Apple and Meta. Warner Bros. Discovery undergoes restructuring to potentially enhance future business opportunities. Elon Musk envisions transforming SpaceX's Starbase location into a city in Texas. Intel executives indicate that a manufacturing spin-off could be feasible. In the United States, the Department of Justice Inspector General has disclosed that there were 26 FBI informants at the January 6 Capitol riot, but no undercover agents were involved, according to the watchdog's report. President Biden has commuted the sentences of 1,500 individuals, marking the largest single-day act of clemency in the country. Meanwhile, the chair of the January 6 committee has expressed willingness to accept a preemptive pardon from Biden if such an offer is made. In the United States, a group of bipartisan lawmakers is actively working to dismantle large healthcare conglomerates. As a result of this legislative push, healthcare stocks have experienced a decline. Additionally, United Healthcare has stated that the suspect in the CEO's murder was not covered by their insurance. Trump declares he will withdraw vaccines if deemed unsafe. Trump endorses dockworkers, advocating against further automation in ports. Trump receives applause of USA as he rings the bell at NYSE, observed by Wall Street CEOs and business leaders. Canada is considering export taxes on uranium and oil in response to potential trade war actions by Trump. Australia plans to implement a news tax targeting tech companies. Google Play will stop monetizing apps associated with Russian bank accounts. FBI informant admits to fabricating claims about Joe and Hunter Biden. Blue Sky's growth might lead to a progressive echo chamber, according to observers, with increasing participation from Canada's MPs. Amazon, under Jeff Bezos, intends to contribute $1 million to Trump's inauguration. Previously, it was reported that Meta, led by Mark Zuckerberg, had donated $1 million to Trump's inauguration following Trump's threat to imprison Zuckerberg. In Ukraine, Hungary did not engage in discussions about a Christmas truce or a prisoner exchange, according to the presidential office. Meanwhile, Hungary's Orbán has asserted that Zelensky rejected a Christmas ceasefire, but Kiev maintains that such discussions never occurred. The Kremlin press secretary has expressed Moscow's support for Orbán's proposal regarding the prisoner exchange. Moldova has announced a state of emergency due to the potential threat of a Russian gas cutoff. NATO chief emphasizes that Europe must adopt a wartime mindset to halt Putin's actions and warns that Putin seeks a prolonged confrontation with Europe following the situation in Ukraine. Snoop Dogg to star in and co-produce Luc Besson's sci-fi movie, The Last Man. Taylor Swift makes history as most decorated artist at Billboard Awards. Indian Gyuksh Damaraju 18 becomes the youngest ever chess world champion after Ding Liren blunder. Israeli military forces may continue to be stationed in Gaza following the conflict, as Hamas makes a significant reversal in its stance. Paraguay establishes an embassy for Israel in Jerusalem, having relocated it from Tel Aviv. Finnish residents report that Santa's village is experiencing issues due to excessive tourism. In Australia, the Parliament has enacted stringent new laws that allow children in Queensland, as young as 10 years old, to receive life sentences for the crime of murder. In China, a former Premier League soccer star has been sentenced to a term of 20 years in prison due to charges of corruption. A Danish court has imposed a 12 years prison sentence on a British trader for orchestrating a tax scam involving $1.27 billion. Astrobot has been officially declared the Game of the Year at the Game Awards 2024. Additionally, an Okami sequel was announced at the event. Furthermore, The Witcher 4 was revealed at the Game Awards, with Ciri serving as the protagonist. Research associates frequently use cooking oils derived from corn and sunflower seeds with a heightened risk of colon cancer. Experts call for a cessation of studies aimed at developing synthetic mirror bacteria that might bypass human immune defenses and disturb natural ecosystems. China establishes an AI standards committee amid the escalating global technology competition. In the United States, Congress claims that the Navy is concealing details regarding submarine pricing in the latest defense policy bill. Additionally, in the U.S., 14 North Korean nationals have been charged with executing a multi-year fraudulent scheme involving information technology workers and associated extortions. Furthermore, Israel alleges an unprecedented